Thank you. Thank you for your wonderful proposal and highlighting the great teaching of Lord Buddha to really transform the human nature to unite Korean Peninsula. Now, I'd like to invite our next speaker of this important session. We have our next speaker from India, who is Mr. Digvijay Karote. He is the director of Art of Living projects. He is leading various social projects of Art of Living, which has contributed toward bringing peace and harmony in lives of millions of people, which has presence in over 156 countries around the world. Art of Living is founded by world-renowned spiritual leader of India and global humanitarian, His Holiness Sri Sri Ravi Shankarji. Regarded as a neutral figure with the sole agenda of peace, Sri Sri Ji represents hope to people in conflict. He has received particular credit for bringing opposing parties to negotiating table in Colombia, Iraq, the Ivory Coast, and Jammu and Kashmir. Mr. Digvijay is representing His Holiness Sri Sri Ravi Shankarji in this session to us. Please join with me to welcoming Mr. Digvijay Karote. Give a big round of applause.
Namaste to all of you. I bring greetings to you from Gurudev Sri Sri Ravi Shankar and the International Art of Living Foundation. Today we are focusing our attention on the most important subject of peaceful reunification of Korean Peninsula and the role of faith-based organization and civil society can play in this regard. Instability in Korean region is not only cause of concern for East Asian region, but also for the entire world. And it is heartening to know that efforts are being made to unite this divided nation one again. Unlike in the previous century where prosperity was attached to independence, now prosperity is proportional to interdependence. Prosperity and peace go together. If there is peace, there is prosperity. And if there is prosperity, peace will definitely follow. So to create this atmosphere, our organization can help. People from all faith can come together to spiritually uplift themselves and to honor the human values. See, the main thing, whatever faith you are in, religion you are in, if you are devoid of human values, then an individual or a leader or a community, if he's stressed, they will not be able to deliver anything constructive to the society. Gurudev Sri Sri Ravi Shankarji has always passionately and unceasingly supported resolution of conflicts through peaceful means. The Art of Living Foundation has extensively worked in conflict resolution, and we are trained and we have that passion to work in conflicting regions. See, for example, we have worked in Colombia to bring peace between FARC and the Colombian government. We have done extensive work in Kurdistan, in Iraq, where Shia and Sunni communities were in conflict. Gurudev has visited Iraq several times when the region was on fire. He brought people from Shia and Sunni communities on the mantle for peace. Similar efforts are being continued by our volunteers in Israel and the Palestine conflict as well. In the border areas where there was high tension and stress on both sides, we have done trauma relief programs to calm high rising temper and bring people to a better understanding. See, what is nation? Is nation only an administrative body where government facilitates law of the land? Is it only defined by boundary, geography, or demography? A nation is made of people, and they have that feeling of belongingness towards the population of a particular region. When they are united as a family, that makes a nation. If you want to bring peaceful change in the nation, then people of the nation needs to be at peace with themselves. If between individuals and communities there is mistrust, insecurity, uncertainty, lack of faith in humanity, which results then in aggression, rage, depression, then we cannot create a peaceful society. And only when individual and society is peaceful, then sustainable unification is possible. Because reunification will require people to come from the space of giving, space of belongingness, space of trust, and certainly not from the space of what I can gain from it and what I'm losing. Gurudev Sri Sri's vision is the whole world is one family. And when we see everyone as family, then it is easy to accommodate and live together in peace and grow together towards prosperity. And in case of North Korea and South Korea, it is one family, you belong to same culture, you share same history, you speak same language, your relatives are there across border. This is not just the process of bringing two nations together. This is a process of bringing family together, bringing brothers and sisters together. After all, we are all on this planet for a very short time. We must live our life with dignity. And when we exit from this planet, we must live this world to a coming generation as a better place. Don't you think so? We believe that lasting and sustainable change needs to be brought at two levels. First, by influencing and supporting constructing dialogue at the political establishment, and second, by bringing good communication and sensitizing civil society at the grassroots level, which with a specific focus on youth who will lead the nation in the coming decades. See, UNESCO states that peace is embraced more in the absence of conflict. They assert that since war began in the mind of men, it is in the minds of the men that defenses of peace must be constructed. Most important role faith-based and civil organizations can play is for this psychosocial counseling and mindset shift for creating the atmosphere of trust. In this whole process, human values are very important. Reunification is certainly the way forward. There will be challenges, but we must strive for this positive change together and must not give up, as this is our responsibility towards the upcoming generation. In late 80s, Gurudev Sri Sri had said that Germany would reunite one day. And he had made significant efforts to bring people from East Germany and West Germany together on peace and meditative platform. The vision now to bring the entire Korean peninsula together, we think it's a very noble cause, and we are with you in this noble initiative. At this time, this thought has come, and any sane individual will welcome this wholeheartedly. Vested interests have to be kept out, and people-to-people contact is most essential. The misgivings, misunderstandings have happened through lack of communication. So the first step is to bring good communication amongst younger generation. Here, our organization can help in training these youth as peace ambassadors. We would like to give proposal to this esteemed committee that we would like to host 100 youth, maybe 50 from South Korea and 50 from North Korea, in our Bangalore campus and give them the training so that they can go back and create confidence building measures in the respective countries. So we would like to offer to sponsor youth here, and would also like others to co-sponsor and identify youth leaders in both North and South Korea to give youth the vision of violence-free, stress-free society, a progressive and cooperative attitude in society, and bring about the most needed change of trust and peace-building process. We can also give them, various other trainings like skill development training and empower the youth to be entrepreneurs. This is a wonderful initiative, and we as Art of Living Foundation are with you in this noble initiative. Thank you for inviting on this panel and allow us to share our views on the same. Oh.
Wow. Thank you so much, Digvijay Karoteji, representing the renowned spiritual leader of our nation of India, His Holiness Sri Sri Ravi Shankarji, sharing his great vision for peace in the world, as well as your wonderful proposal for welcoming the young people from the Korean Peninsula to train them to become the peace ambassador with the vision guided by His Holiness. So it will be a great proposal. I hope the committee of UPF will think on it and materialize it. So thank you very much for your wonderful remarks. Now, after his wonderful remarks, may I now invite the next speaker, who will be from our neighboring country of India, Bangladesh. We have one question from the audience to our whenever primary reasons for the uprising conflicts in religion, and what do you think are the ways to address it? This is the question to our Venerable from Thailand.
So I hope that
So any other speaker want to respond on that question, which was asked to Venerable Paramahansa?
Yeah, I think all the fight is because we don't understand the essence of religion. Gurudev always say that religion is like a banana skin and spirituality is like the banana, the main essence. All the practices that we follow, all the fight that is happening is with that banana skin people are fighting. The real essence, which is spiritual essence, which is beyond language, which cannot be expressed, which can only be experienced, is something people need to be given glimpse of. And once that is there, with that state, when you have that inner experience, irrefutable inner experience, then you see that everyone is part of it. Then there is no struggle, there is no fight. That's what I feel.
thank you. Thank you for your share, your idea.
Thank you. I think now we are exactly on time.